This is one of the few times you can say we're legally baiting turkeys.
The only time.
I've never said I'm out here baiting for turkeys.
So, Fish and Wildlife contacted us, and they got a project going where they're wanting to ban turkeys and draw some blood just to kind of monitor the flock health. They did a big study in this area several years ago, and the birds have come back, but they just want to keep a close eye on them. And they knew that we had the buck factory and a pretty good population of turkeys, so we're out here spreading wheat here in the coming weeks. We're going to monitor this field. We're in the boomerang field, and if the turkeys are here, they're going to bring rocket nets out and ban turkeys. I would assume it's kind of like banding ducks. If someone harvests that bird, they can call it in, and then you can find out the location, the date, the age of that bird. It's just a good way to collect more data.
Okay. And they can see where the bird, if he's moved.
Yeah, if he's dispersed from this farm to the neighbors, or if he's staying in this area, it just, no such thing as too much info.
And then they're
One of the
taking
things I thought
blood
was
samples
cool though
too,
is like,
right?
so you have a migratory bird, a duck. That bird, you know, is going to go from Canada down to, I mean, he's liable to be in Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana. But a turkey, like, how far are they really going to go?
Well, and it's hard to say, and that's why we've got to do this now, because they're still in their winter flocks.
But I'd say with them being on this river, I mean, that bird may be 3 or 4 miles away.
Easily.
Over the river.
Easily, because you always tell people when they're looking at turkey photos in the winter, oh, it's going to be a great spring. You don't know that, because birds flock in the winter and then disperse just like deer, but where they go, I don't know. I've always got birds on my farm in the winter. I've only ever killed 3 there in the spring.
Really?
So it's an interesting thing, and it's kind of cool that we can help them out with it. They've got their knife on them. Scattered like big.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, I ain't standing here all day throwing that stuff like that.
Has anyone got a knife for it?
It's actually kind of fun.
Oh, we ain't gonna stand here all day.
Thought that was illegal.
It is, unless you're helping the state ban birds.
Hitting dingers down here with old Kenny. You ready?
It's a home run.
Kevlar string, I mean, my God. Stop.
Defense.
I'm about to sew this knot.
That's the grenade line. Grenade toe.
Oh, Matt.
What's the purpose of, they're pulling the blood
It's
just to
check
check for
health.
disease and health.
Yeah, several years ago, right down the road in Salem,
Yeah.
which is what, 5-10 miles from here, they had people bring their birds in to donate them, and they sent them to a facility in Georgia.
Right.
Because there's no question the
Population
population was in decline. Now, it does appear as though we've rebounded, but to what extent, we don't know. I'm seeing more birds than I used to, but I guess all of this is to help figure out what happened and how to prevent that from happening again.
Because it's my understanding that when they did all that testing, they really didn't, there was no quote unquote disease. That it was, it basically summed up as increased predation, bad hatches.
Everyone's
it was kind of like, yeah.
At predation, bad hatches. We did have a couple of really tough springs, and
because there was nothing in the blood work and the tissue samples and all that that just screamed, we got a disease problem.
Yeah, the last I heard was there was nothing definitive in anything that was sent off. And they sent both carcasses and whole birds. Some people donated the entire bird because they care. I mean, there's a lot of people that like chasing turkeys and
Absolutely.
want to know what was going on.
We don't want to see we don't want to see them go away.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. So hopefully this effort will help figure out what was going on.
Well, it'll help.
And we get to kill banded turkeys. How many people you know gets to do that?
That's kind of where my head went was, number one, how far are they going? And number two, how cool would it be to shoot one, right?
That went down my shirt.
Like an old pigeon lady just out here feeding my birds.
Now I'm going to have to seed my ass crack.
She'll be sprouted by then.
Oh, Lordy.
This is where a whole new level of trust shall enter.
What?
He says,
Please tell me you're...
Okay, we're going to hit them with a rocket net.
Why don't you do it? That's your catchphrase.
I am. You're going to strut around like a turkey.
Yep, I'm not. I'm not doing it. Y'all think I was born yesterday? I don't need that incriminating evidence.
All right, we set up the Spartan camera. We've got a solar panel with it. In the wintertime, cold weather is really hard on batteries. So we're running a solar panel on it. We've got the Spartan camera just in front of a Banks blind. As the guys come out with Fish and Wildlife to shoot off the rocket net, they need to be within 100 feet. So we've kind of captured, we've got a gap here. So if there's birds on this camera, they are within distance of the rocket net. So it should work out pretty good.
They get in here tight. You know what's going to happen.
What?
They're going to hit them with a rocket net. Hit them with a rocket net.
What we're doing here, we're going to do at another spot on the farm where we've had a big concentration of them. We might lose birds here, but still have them over there. So if you're monitoring two locations, you essentially double your odds at getting a successful catch.
oh, come on.
What do you want from me? Well, we had planned to ban some turkeys here at the Buck Factory this year and pull some blood samples with the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, but that plan has been temporarily put on hold. They did hit some milestone numbers that they wanted for year one. Fortunately, this is a 3-year endeavor, so we're on the top of their list for next year. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because we were picking our sites based on what we knew, and we still got a lot to learn about this property. So the theory is perhaps next year we can ban more turkeys in tighter spaces once we've really learned the property. So stay tuned, it will happen.
Man, things are popping here at the Buck Factory. We got our roads going in. We got our places being cleared for the lodge. I'm gonna take y'all on a quick walkthrough of the new lodge. They're gonna pour concrete on Thursday. We're super excited about that. We're standing in what would be the great room, where the bar is gonna be.